And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line. You're going nowhere.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slip, watch the slip. Shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Go. Switch it. Hey, lock it. Check. Hey.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left left to play, they think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's out to Chubb, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. Get team on it. Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Any weapon. Zoom. Where'd he go?
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Rush in.
The ball comes out. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Now back to throw. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Hey, stand up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Presley. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Go. Check. 53 flat. Check.
Operating from the gun. Presley. He's got a man. It's Williams. That one goes for 30 yards.
Complete to Mike Williams. A gain of 30.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Rock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta.
To throw on 2nd down. Presley. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? 70, Indy, hard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Presley. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Presley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This is Johnson. He's got it.
Let's go. Do it.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Safe.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking to throw. Presley, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he comes back with one complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Bravo.
To throw from his end zone. Presley. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Presley, and incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. They'll let it go deep for... It's caught inside the 25. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Their mobile, agile quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. 49.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go, boys.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert flat, alert out. Check 26, check 26. Deep rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 2nd down. Presley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Presley to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Check.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 25. Cheat up. Check 25.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Mike's 49.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw. Presley looking for his running back, and he's got him. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 3. He'll get this to Eckler.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Presley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 4th down, Presley, the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Browns 22, Chargers 17.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So a jump there defensively.
and it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
57 to Mike. Watch 57.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there, a 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. And we got Mike, number 53.
To throw again. Presley got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun on third down. Presley got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Presley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Let's go, get set, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Presley. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Presley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
51, Mike 51, watch the curve.
Operating from the gun, Presley. He's got his man. It's Williams. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd down 6. At the Browns
53, Mike. You get blocked me now.
They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. 3rd down here. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Benjamin's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike,
4th down. Presley. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Isaac Rochelle. And this Browns defense stands tall. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.